What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Reels and Panels podcast. My name is Eli.
My name is Matt.
And we're just going to cover a few different things this podcast, just kind of introduction to what we'll be talking about across this podcast and getting into some news. Both DC and Marvel had some stuff this week, some things we're excited about coming up, and also just some things about ourselves, things we're wanting to watch, movie-wise, show-wise, comics we want to read, and maybe things we're reading right now or watching right now. So, Matt.
Yeah. Well, so for me, I am a college graduate, currently working, and I am binging X-Men 97. Currently watching the old X-Men movies, old as in the 2010s rebooted ones, and keeping up with Marvel in the main MCU timeline. What about you, Eli?
I'm also a recent graduate. Literally, we both graduated on the same day. Starting a new job soon. We're both also just married and stuff, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Some things I'm watching right now. Matt's actually been trying to get me to go back and watch X-Men 97. I started a while back. And I'm trying to get back to season 2 and finish that up, so working on that. Me and my wife have been really into The Bear, which Matt also suggested to me, so that's been taking up all of our time watching-wise. I haven't watched a lot of movies lately, but a lot of The Bear. And then movie-wise, yeah, kind of the same. I want to get back, before Doomsday comes out for sure, I want to get all of the X-Men movies out of the way, maybe some of the more mainline MCU stuff, just kind of catch up. But
yeah, and definitely with the older, the original timeline X-Men, you know, with the old Magneto and Charles Xavier, because they are going to be the ones that are in the Doomsday universe.
Same with Kurt. I mean, Nightcrawler is going to be the same. I believe
Mystique will be the
Mystique's
old
gonna be
Mystique.
the original one. So yeah, that's huge. Definitely got to pinch through those again.
Yep, and then the I forget his name, but the old Cyclops as well.
Oh, James Marsden, yeah.
Yep.
That's gonna be huge. I remember specifically when those clips were coming out. I think we got the Steve Rogers one when we watched Avatar in IMAX. But yeah, just seeing that clip, it's like, oh wow, like this guy's gonna actually do something in this movie, unlike some of those original X-Men movies. I think a lot of that is due to the very like good reception of things like X-Men 97 and stuff, making people say, oh, like maybe Cyclops should be the center of it instead of just Wolverine, which is a lot of like the X-Men movies.
Yeah, I mean, Wolverine definitely took the center stage when they had Hugh Jackman playing in the movies, and I'm excited to see what direction they take. Hopefully, with Cyclops and Jean as the front runners, and you know, a little bit of Magneto and Charles and their old age kind of coming together finally, like we saw at the in Days of Future Past, where they were reconciled, and like we've been seeing in X-Men 97.
Yeah, and I'm curious how that'll carry over in the reboot. Like, I'm very sure they're probably going to pull a lot from 97 because that is the most popular. I've heard, like, design-wise, everything's probably going to carry over. But, like you said, just kind of keeping Jean and, you know, Scott as, like, the center.
Something that we have talked about is definitely preferring the more comic-accurate portrayals that we've seen in X-Men 97 with characters like, you know, Cyclops, with Magneto, Charles, seeing Apocalypse finally being done right, not like Oscar Isaac's character.
I've only seen part of Apocalypse. I need to go back when I'm doing the binge. I've heard it's not great, but I still want to finish like all of those movies.
It's not great, but it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
Unlike Dark Phoenix. Not great and not worth watch.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
But some of the comics that I've been reading are the Absolute DC Universe comics.
I need to get more of those.
Catching with Absolute Green Arrow was the most recent thing I read.
Yeah.
Introduction of Absolute Solomon Grundy.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
The recent...
Yep.
More recent issues. I think 3 just came out. Yeah, I read the first issue and I enjoyed it. I meant to pick up the second one. I just haven't gotten around to that yet. But I've only read the first volume of Absolute Superman, and that was pretty solid. I think I've had interest in other things lately.
I mean, I love
a lot of good things about it.
I love some Absolute Batman. I know that is the most popular run currently, but Absolute Superman definitely is my favorite, just because of the portrayal of the character. I definitely growing up was more of a Batman enjoyer than a Superman
Definitely
enjoyer. But the Absolute Universe, just seeing how they handled the character, I've really appreciated watching it, and I definitely need to learn more about the works of the author, because the storyline is really good.
Yeah, when it comes to comic stuff, I've really been reading a lot of Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers. I've been really into that. His art is just phenomenal in that. The storyline, I actually never really was. I like Transformers, but I really hadn't seen a lot of movies until just a few years ago. And I like the movies okay, but people kept talking about these characters and how like Optimus is this phenomenal leader, and you kind of get some of that in some of the movies, but then some of it's like kind of left out. I always liked Bumblebee. I liked the last one okay, but I never knew what these like defining characteristics were, what people talked about, and I feel like Daniel Warren Johnson really handles that so well in this run. It's even crazier. This is a spoiler alert, but literally killing off Bumblebee in the beginning when Bumblebee was such a huge part of those movies is so crazy. And I've seen a little bit of like Gen 1 stuff like that, so of course like he's not even that big of a character anyway. But just his portrayal of Optimus and just his selflessness and his care for like humanity and stuff, it is just such great writing in the art. There's literally no spoiler. Stop listening if you want to read this. But when he fights Devastator towards the end of the first volume, it is just some of the best art I've ever seen. Splash pages are just incredible. So highly recommend if you're into Transformers, you haven't read that yet, which if you're super into it, I doubt you haven't yet. But highly recommend that. And also just been going back trying to reread the original Ultimate Spider-Man run by Bendis and Bagley. That's been really great. He just writes Spider-Man as a character so well. And I think that's kind of what every Spider-Man adaptation, like movie-wise, show-wise, should ever pull from, just because of how they write Peter and just how the story carries across. It feels almost more like a teen drama more than it's like a superhero thing. It's just like Superman's kind of added into it, or Spider-Man. But yeah, it's kind of what I'm mainly reading.
Yeah. Pivoting into the next topic with our favorite characters from some of the films and comics we've been looking at. Yeah, I definitely say that a favorite for me was DC-wise, I would say Flash. I just thought, with both Barry Allen and Wally West, I thought they were both done great. The Absolute definitely focuses on a younger Wally, but I think they both were great. And looking at some of the Marvel side of things, I would say Spider-Man, just because the character is great. Peter's awesome. And I think, it's definitely been boosted by some of the movies. Spider-Man's had 3 different people play him in the past 20 years, but
and all great, honestly.
I've enjoyed.
There's been a lot of debate, but honestly, I just don't think any is better. Each do their own thing really well.
I feel like some of the villains definitely don't hold up in some of the movies, but Venom. Peter, Venom isn't great. I wasn't crazy about Mysterio's portrayal.
Hold on, pause, bro. Okay, that's probably the best thing about Far From Home, though, is I love Jake Gyllenhaal in that role. I think he really kills it. And then going in, knowing who Mysterio is, I still was honestly kind of surprised, because I was like, are they taking a different turn with this character? Wasn't sure, and I like how they used it. A lot of people don't like how it ties back to Tony, but I do kind of like how he utilizes the robots and stuff for it.
I mean, I definitely, for me, the selling point of that movie was Peter processing Tony's death.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of why Mysterio was so effective in his battles against Peter, was he used that against him.
Yeah.
Was because he knew that Peter was struggling with feeling guilt behind it and feeling like this burden of having to fill Tony's shoes. And that was one of my favorite parts, was seeing Peter struggle with that grief.
Yeah.
And that was Tom Holland's Spider-Man's Uncle Ben, almost, was Iron Man.
I see this face.
Yeah.
I literally remember so vividly that trailer coming out right after Endgame, because it's like we don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah, definitely think that's very much an underrated one, even though I do like the Mysterio portrayal.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like the so the Sam Raimi films, Green Goblin was definitely great, being played by Willem Dafoe.
I think Alfred Molina's Doc Ock is also a
Yeah.
highlight from those. Spider-Man 2 in general is just like one of the best comic movies ever.
Sandman
Yeah.
was a highlight for me. The really made you feel for his character.
They kind of just took away from that by... And I don't even hate that movie as much as some people do, but like definitely making... Not only was it Venom, it's like they didn't do it fully justice because he's like this little like average size guy.
Yeah.
He's not even really a whole lot like Venom. So it's like if they were going to do it, I'd rather have been a better portrayal. If they were
Yeah.
gonna do that much in one movie.
For Andrew's 2 movies, I felt like Lizard was good, but definitely the most devastating villain in his movies was Gravity.
Oh, all right. Okay.
But I think Tom Holland
For
has
those who don't get the joke, he's talking about Gwen Stacy.
for Tom Holland's Spider-Man, obviously he kind of got a cop out with No Way Home by having the OG villains come through, but Vulture in the first movie was good, and
I think it helped because I think they took the best of like all of those. Really,
yeah,
it's like they took out kind of what was so great about all those movies leading up, like best villains and stuff,
yeah.
things like that. I think that is really what helped it.
I mean, bringing back some fan favorites, they were only missing Scorpion and Rhino from the Sinister Six.
Yeah,
They had Goblin, Doc, Electro.
and I did hear. I think there was like a rumor that apparently Venom was supposed to show up, and it just kind of was already being too much, which is why you have the. I think that's the movie that has the end credit.
Would that have been Tom Hardy's film?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was the movie that had Tom Hardy cameo in the end credits scene.
Mm-hmm.
But another favorite for me was Iron Man. I mean, in the comics leading up to the MCU, Iron Man was, a very complicated and very flawed character. And RDJ was a very flawed and complicated actor.
Mm-hmm.
And so it felt like the two were very just, suitable for each other. And I felt like he did an incredible job portraying the character.
Literally just the face of the MCU, like the reason it worked.
Yeah, I mean,
it would not have gotten off as well in the start if it wasn't.
I felt like he just portrayed the comic accurate Tony. But then having his character just kickstart the entirety of the Infinity Saga, most people stopped watching after Endgame because Iron Man was gone.
Yeah, he's gone, yeah. That's why Phase 4 really kind of had a drop off. And a lot of that is just also, of course, too much getting put out and everything. But
Yeah,
a lot of it is
quantity over quality, yeah.
A lot of it, too, is that they probably just didn't know where to go afterwards with such a... I mean, you don't just do that. But
Yeah, I
every
mean,
so many
you-
years, like...
You have your magnum opus.
lightning in a bottle like that is just... doesn't happen all the time.
And the Russo brothers stopping, not...
Directing for a while.
Yeah, they didn't...
Doomsday's the lead.
What else did they
next one.
direct? Was
A lot of
Doomsday
bad
their-
movies I've heard. Mostly bad movies, I think. I haven't
Well,
watched a lot of their other stuff.
they
It's not a
had,
great
apparently
movie.
they have the Midas touch with MCU movies. I
They
mean,
have
they've got Winter Soldier, Civil War, Endgame, Infinity War.
Which is why they brought him back. I mean,
I-
if it worked, I mean,
They needed a home run to bring them back to people actually watching them, and I felt like bringing back the Russo brothers at the time, RDJ coming as Doom was definitely not adored by most of the fans who just wanted to grieve Tony's character and have him be done. But it's from the stuff that we've seen coming out
what I
about the
hear
movie,
yeah. It's like,
it sounds
might work.
like he was the only one who could have done it.
So it might work, unless it's just a bunch of.
And we'll find out what new mask, same task means. But yeah, those are just some of my favorite characters. What about you?
For me, it's probably like kind of generic answers, but definitely Spider-Man's always been my favorite. Growing up watching the Tobey movies, I grew up with the Andrew movies, and before No Way Home came out and everything, and everybody became huge Andrew fans, I got like made fun of so much for liking TASM 2 and liking Andrew's my favorite. I got made fun of so much for that. But then No Way Home comes out. He's really big and popular again, which I love, and I hate that he's probably still not getting his third movie. Kind of sucks. But yeah, definitely Spider-Man. Like I said, Ultimate Spider-Man is phenomenal. Just some of the older Spider-Man books I've read. Trying to find ways to read more of the original Amazing Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man from the 80s is like really good.
How did we forget about? We forgot to mention Nicolas Cage's Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
technically a live action
Noir.
Spider-Man.
That's true. Yeah, Noir has been really good. I need to actually go back and finish that. We got caught up with the Bear, and I actually haven't been able to go back and finish that. But that show was phenomenal, really good. I've seen that Sony is actually talking about doing more multiversal, like Spider-Verse movies. And I mean, we got a Spider Noir. Seeing maybe Amazon could do a Spider-Man 2099 possibly. I was talking to Matt about this and one of the other friends. I was like, it'd be insane if there was like a Blade Runner, like neo-noir style, like futuristic Spider-Man 20. Like, I like how it's very stylized. Like, and I think that's something Marvel's been doing really good with lately. I think things like getting also just really solid directors, like how they did with Thunderbolts. Like, I feel like it does have a very distinct style. It doesn't look like every other movie. Fantastic Four doesn't look like every other movie. And going the other side of DC with, I know a lot of people don't, especially now, a lot of people are kind of turning against Gunn, but I really think Superman is a very stylized movie. I think that's maybe the future of comic movies rather than just sticking to the same old, thing, same style. I think having these more stylized, colorful, maybe even darker if that's the tone for it. But
yeah, speaking of James Gunn, get into talking about his DC plan. I know he's definitely gotten some flack from everything I've seen for, focusing on what people call Phase 4 characters in the midst of Phase 1. What are your thoughts?
Definitely somewhat strong thoughts. I remember we both went and watched Supergirl, and even though I didn't hate it, I feel like a lot of the news that's come out afterwards, it's just like things with the Mr. Terrific show and like more about which the Jimmy, like a lot of these shows, they do sound interesting, but it's also like, I think James Gunn thinks he's got so much time to get all this built out. I mean, what was it, 2023, I believe, when he had the whole DC announcement, like the panel where he was talking about all these things. I'm pretty sure Authority's already gotten scrapped. Supergirl, I remember someone was talking about this the other day, I believe. It was talking about how Supergirl has gotten made already, and The Brave and the Bold was announced at the same time, and there's like nothing done about it. I don't know if there's still a finalized script or not. I just think he thinks he has so much time, and I know, Matt, we were talking about this earlier. It's like, I think he finds a niche in that he's really good at writing characters that not a lot of people know about. But I mean, you can't just neglect the characters that make DC. Like, I know a lot of people have been really upset about Wonder Woman, just in general. Like, at least Batman and Superman have had some good stuff lately. I mean, we know we're getting Batman Part 2, Superman next year. Superman last year was phenomenal. But I know people kind of hate how they've been treating Wonder Woman. So it's like, why are you not taking the Trinity, like doing something?
I mean, also just involving some characters in Man of Tomorrow, with like Blue Beetle, having Supergirl's going to be in it. I don't know about Lobo. But just having some characters in it that I don't. I was kind of skeptical about how they were going to include Hawk Girl and Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific. I mean, those are some characters that I didn't know how they were going to do it, but I felt like, Gunn did a pretty good job. But, I feel like DC fans are just incredibly impatient. But I understand the sentiment of wanting to see a Wonder Woman, wanting to see Batman. My opinion in his Batman ordeal is, why not just keep Robert Pattinson, especially because he's given Matt Reeves such high praise for I don't know if it's a pride or an ego thing where he wants to be the one to direct and bring in Batman, or if he's wanting it because he wants more of a fantastical Batman. Because with some of the characters, it feels like he's really particular about how he wants to portray them how he wants to portray them, but then you have characters like Blue Beetle where he's just going to add them. He's just going to stick them in.
Yeah, there's like random, which I don't think it's, of course, like I think, like you said, they handled Guy Gardner, Hog Girl, Mr. Terrific. It wasn't like a cameo fest. It was just like they were very good fleshed out characters.
Yeah,
like I said earlier,
they were the Justice Gang.
Yeah, just so it's like that was really solid. I loved the their base is the Hall of Justice. Like that was great. But like I was saying, it's like I do think Gunn thinks that he has so much time, and that we're in a different time right now where superhero movies aren't like the immediate box office hit. I'm curious to see how, like, of course, the Paramount merger and stuff like that, or Paramount acquisition actually, with Warner Bros. And stuff. I'm curious how that's going to work out. I have heard that like James Gunn did talk to people about that. I'm assuming, I don't know if the plan's going to change going forward, if maybe Batman is coming sooner. I'm not sure, but yeah, like I said, it's just like I think he thinks it's a different time. And honestly, I thought more that, and maybe it's changed in the future, but I thought James Gunn was also someone who listens more to the people. And it's very obvious what people were wanting, and it's sometimes like right when people were talking the most about wanting Batman, Wonder Woman, more stuff that's like the main line, he just reveals some side character who's getting their own TV series and stuff. So it's like I can definitely get what you're saying. It's like they can be impatient, but as well, it's like it doesn't sound like they're listening to what people actually want.
Yeah, I mean, we will have 2 movies about Batman villains before we get a Batman.
Yeah, that's insane. Unless he makes a cameo, I don't know. I doubt he's gonna be in Clayface, but like I said, I mean, I do like that. I know we were talking about stylized stuff earlier. I know Gunn specifically talked about wanting specific directors, different writers for everything he's doing, because it's like he wants everything to feel different. But that's like an argument for why you should bring Matt Reeves' Batman in, because it's like it's so different. And I think you could make his. I know it's grounded, but I think you could make it
that's
way.
Part of the argument that I don't understand is he was wanting a Batman that was almost similar to Superman. You know, he said he wanted a different vibe, and Robert Pattinson's, Matt Reeves's Batman is an entirely different vibe. So, with his argument, why not maintain this very different Batman?
Gotham I've seen already. I didn't watch Creature Commandos, but I've heard that like how it's shown, it's like very dark, like super different from Metropolis, as it should be because it's Gotham. But it's like it's already very tonally different. And honestly, I think his trilogy could be like a prequel if they really want it to be. I mean, Robert's already about the age that they were looking for an actor in.
Yeah, I mean, something that's also going into that, that mold is something that's kind of in the middle tonally is Peacemaker. People have really liked it. And that's with Gunn making these like phase 4 characters. It's not that he's doing a bad job at it. I mean, some of these characters who were not incredibly relevant, he's doing a fantastic job at making people care about them.
Yeah. I do think for them to be successful, though, they have to also have the mainline characters, like your Batman, and of course, Superman, like we talked about. Because like you said, it's like, or like we talked about before, it's like you had Guardians of the Galaxy, which was a huge hit, but it was also after things like, and I mean, Iron Man, of course, when it came out, wasn't even a big character, but it's like, that's after Iron Man's huge, Avengers makes $1 billion, a few years down, that's when we have our Guardians, and you keep talking, yeah. It's like these are like phase 4 characters that we're bringing in, and even if they're really good quality stories, really high quality characters, it's like I don't think anybody's gonna see them until you have your mainline characters that everybody's gonna show up for.
Yeah, I mean, with the MCU, it was easier to pitch because it's, hey, look, it's Hulk. Hey, look, it's Iron Man. Look, it's Spider-Man, Captain America, Thor, and now you're pitching Superman, Supergirl, Mr. Terrific, the Penguin.
Mr. Miracle's getting a show, and that's going to be our introduction to Darkseid. It's like
Peacemaker.
A lot of like, it's like animated stuff. I mean, I also saw with like Creature Commandos, that's the first time you actually have like a design of some of the like characters as well. It's like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, but for a studio that is not in its early stages, it's very much, getting through its bulk of films going back to the MCU, you know, Destin Daniel Cretton getting his shot after Shang-Chi, and what was going to be Kang Dynasty later this year that he was set to direct. Now he's directing Brand New Day.
Which seems like a way better idea for his style. Street level stuff.
Yeah, I think he will do a much better job with Spider-Man. Because with Kang Dynasty, from just some of the stuff that we've seen, I don't know how accurate it is. I don't know how true some of the rumors are, but it just didn't seem like that great of a movie. To be honest, I'm much more appreciative of Doomsday. And at the time, it felt like a cheap pivot. But I think with Fantastic Four, the success of that, the success of Thunderbolts, the success of...
maybe not box office, but the success rating-wise.
Yes.
I think Marvel is back in the sense that they are getting highly rated movies. And the quality, like I said, it's more stylized. The quality is just better. You can tell they didn't shoot a movie like 20 times and cut together a whole other movie out of those 20 movies, which is kind of what was happening before just because of over filming or over producing and things like that. I really think Feige and everybody's kind of figured it out, but I do wonder if it's like too late sometimes. Like I think they're finally back where they need to be, but like I said, box office is not always great for those movies right now.
Yeah, I mean,
like Captain America for some reason made like half $500 million or whatever.
Yeah. I think Brave New World was definitely a step back on an onward trend that they had,
Yeah.
but
Which I think that was right when they were starting to change things. I think Thunderbolts was
Yep,
like the
because it
beginning of the
was-
new way of doing stuff.
well, I would argue Deadpool Wolverine was.
That's true.
That got
And they took it
people.
easy.
Yeah, they took. I mean, Deadpool Wolverine was like a step in the right direction.
Loki season 2,
Loki season 2 was great.
great.
Yeah,
Which would
taking
have been
in-
great in King Dynasty, but
Yeah.
if that was good. But
Well, Loki coming back and being a pivotal part. I mean, he's the, kind of like the stain you can't get out of a shirt. I mean, he won't leave the Avengers movies, but his character is so complicated that we see in the Loki show, like his character is so much more than this nuisance that annoys Thor, or who just can't seem to die. You know, he's got so much more of a role now, and I'm excited to see how they.
very key in Doomsday if you've seen Loki season 2. It's like
Yes,
literally central part of the story.
yes. I mean, with him, getting into this new position of importance and power, and taking on this responsibility, but I am excited for Doomsday, but I don't want to miss the. I don't want to miss being hyped for Brand New Day.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll definitely talk way more about it after we see the movie, but leading up to it, my only thing is I feel like they're showing too much.
Yeah. That and like leaks in general has kind of been annoying. I've been trying to stay like off of Instagram at any point where it seems like it's going towards leaks or towards rumors and stuff. It's just kind of getting annoying. I highly agree. The whole thing in general, which was kind of my same issue with the
Brave New World.
World. It's like this is the best part, but I think because their box office has not been doing so well lately, they feel like they got to show half the movie before they release it to get people in. Like the whole Red Hulk thing, that was like the selling point.
Because I think we've gotten 4 trailers for Brand New Day. 2 of them include the full Hulk.
It's like should have been a surprise. I don't want to know everything, which we don't know everything. So.
Yeah,
Still curious.
but
about
like
Sadie Sink's character and everything.
we're showing Sadie Sink's character, we're showing Hulk, Scorpion, Tombstone.
Which I'm excited. Tombstone looks cool. I'm really
Yeah.
happy about that. I love a lot more like the mafia style, like more street level stuff, which I'm happy about. I know we talked
Like
about.
Kingpin, The Hand, but I'm kind of worried that all of those are going to get pushed back because everybody's expecting this huge giant climax fight between Spider-Man and Hulk
Yeah,
because that's what we've seen. But
and they've still not revealed the villain. I know I think it was either Tom or one of the actors was talking about how like they don't know they have not shown in the trailer who the actual villain is. It might be Mr. Negative. I know that's the main villain of the actual Brand New Day comic series, but I don't know if that's who they're going with. I feel like it'd be kind of obvious because I feel like a lot of people play the PlayStation game, so I wonder if maybe that's not the route they're going. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how they do that, or they have show the villain and they're just trying to lie everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the villain might be just kind of lost in it. There's just so many. I mean, I know we're probably going to get a montage during Peter's
Which that seems really
years.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, seeing just like him fighting
Tarantula,
Boomerang.
all the
there's
like
somebody-
comic covers. That's
Yeah.
really cool. And I think that's one thing that's really sick about like Dustin doing it. Is his appreciation for the character. I've heard there's so many Easter eggs just riddled throughout it. Just there are callbacks to different things. I think someone posted something the other day. It was talking about how like one of the new trailers has something that looks like the old 90s like Spider-Man intro and stuff like that. So it is cool that someone like genuinely cares about the character. I think the suit looks great. I think the style, like we're talking about stylized stuff. I think Newark looks some of the best it has in any of these movies. It doesn't look bland.
Yeah. My only concern is that they might go back on some of the No Way Home stuff.
Yeah.
You know, with it being so much that we've seen between MJ's character and Spider-Man.
Paul.
Yeah. But like with, you know, Sadie Sink's character, presumably, you know, the telepath in the movie being like, oh, I wonder, you know, we should go pay MJ a visit. And she's the only one who's not frozen that you see in the, I guess, Hulk.
And Bernthal, bro. He's got to tell you something.
Yeah.
He got to tell you that it did not freeze.
Yeah. You know, apparently he has the one superpower where he can see if Spider-Man's blushing under the mask. But yeah, I just hope they don't go back on some of that.
Yeah.
But maybe they decided that Spider-Man's done enough character building. They need an MJ, or maybe they're gonna bring in a Gwen. I don't know.
Possibly. I mean, I think that would be a solid idea. Someone said that what if they bring in someone who's actually Mary Jane, not Mary something Jones. What is it? I don't remember, but her name's not Mary Jane. I'm like blanking on it right now. But I think that would be stupid. That would be really dumb, and I hope that's not at all what's happening.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, it seems like literally the whole central part of this is he was mourning Tony, you know, in Far From Home. He's mourning losing literally everybody, not just like dying, but forgetting. It's like,
Well, I mean, also Aunt May.
yeah,
But yeah, he lost Tony. Presumably
pretty
lost
hard.
Uncle Ben, you know, a while ago. Lost Aunt May, and then everybody forgot him. It's gonna be interesting to see. Destin's got, you know, a great character to work with. You know, with Shang-Chi, I mean, it was kind of a character not
really new, yeah.
everybody was super familiar with, but he knocked it pretty good with that movie. But now he's got a fan favorite across multiple generations.
So a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but not quite Avengers pressure.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm glad is off his hands. I'm glad it's in the Russo's hands.
That's so much to keep together too, especially if you've read. I've seen like script leaks and stuff, and like all the things you were thinking about doing, and it's just like it's a lot.
Yeah, it would have been Young Avengers. You would have had
Ghost Rider, I think was supposed to be in it.
Moon Knight, Ghost Rider.
Toby, I think was supposed to show up. Maybe Andrew. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure might have showed up. Which that is, a lot of people talk about Marvel being a lot of cameo stuff. That generally was actually what that was going to be.
think that
Sometimes
would've
they
been-
handle it well, but that is.
Well,
probably
then
what-
again, I mean, we can't say that the Russos aren't doing that with the Fox X-Men.
It's true.
I'm with
But,
them.
I mean, it can be done well. I mean, Deadpool Wolverine does it.
I think
so
it very
well.
much can be done, and
No Way
it'll.
Home can do it really
It
well.
could be a Avengers versus X-Men.
Which would
That
be huge.
would be nice.
I'm so curious if that AI is that an AI leak that came out a few weeks ago. The video they got revealed that's going around Instagram. I'm talking about. It's like them fighting Doom. It's like the X-Men and Avengers.
No,
I still don't know if that was AI or not.
Shang-Chi versus Gambit.
Yeah.
was in there. You see Doom raising.
It's AI, but I've heard it's also probably wasn't.
Who
Because
knows?
it had the Steve with like the black shirt on, without his like
Captain America's new fit.
The new fit. But that was before I think they actually revealed the black shirt thing. So that's what makes you think maybe it was real.
Do you think them bringing back Steve is maybe just giving up on Anthony Mackie?
Maybe. It kind of sucks because I really do think they dropped the ball, not only with Brave New World and not only with parts of Falcon Winter Soldier. I'm not going to say it's all bad because there are really awesome aspects of that. But yeah, they just didn't make him interesting. I think, and this is like, I don't know if it's unpopular, but I think Bucky, honestly, is a much more interesting character. Now, if they had written Sam very well, I think I could see and understand why it's like, at the end of Endgame, it's like, oh, he's handing him this shield for a reason and for a purpose. And then, like, Falcon Winter Soldier is supposed to be like, he's dealing with that reason and purpose. Brave New World, it's like, he's still dealing with that reason and purpose. It's like, why is he not growing? It seems like he never gets farther, where I feel like Bucky's grown so much as a character. I'm like, honestly, I wish I'd had him possibly as either Captain America or another Captain America along with Sam. It's like, I hate that. And it's like, of course, it's not Mackie's fault. It's a phenomenal actor. He's been incredible as Falcon for all these years. I think he is a solid Captain America. It's just need better writing. Also, his movie getting like chopped up and edited terribly and reshooting. I've heard they literally changed the entire plot of that movie. So definitely not his fault. But I am curious as
Sidewinder was supposed to be a way bigger part.
That it was supposed to be more like space oriented too, and they re-edited it into like almost like a spy thriller, espionage kind of thing, kind of like Winter Soldier.
I just wish we would have gotten as much Red Hulk. I mean, we probably got more Red Hulk in the trailers combined than we got in the freaking movie. Yeah. I mean,
which was a positive of that movie, at least. I mean, he was great in it. The few seconds he was, other than him like calming him down, that was kind of dumb. But
yeah, sun's getting real low.
Natasha.
But for me, my favorite part of that movie was definitely the dogfight around
that was incredible.
The Celestial. Yeah, that was great. I wonder, are they going to do anything else with that Celestial?
Probably not.
Maybe.
I know adamantium's like the whole thing, so probably Wolverine and things like that.
Well, I mean, they still got to go with adamantium, vibranium. It's going to be interesting to see, like, do they switch over to yeah. But then again, it doesn't really matter. It's just Captain America's shield, which apparently can be bent in half by Sentry, so
that's true.
It can be folded like a taco.
Is that the same as? That's supposed to be the same material Walker's is as Caps?
Pretty sure.
That's crazy. Honestly, going back to the same thing too, I'm curious to see how they do. This is something I've talked to people about before too. I think the Thunderbolts are more interesting than any Avengers team they can make right now. Because from everything I've heard, it's like Shang-Chi's probably on. I mean, of course, Sam is leading it, which is like he's barely had anything to do. So it's like
apparently he's been trying to sue the Thunderbolt, the new Avengers.
Avengers with a Z. But I'm like, how did in one movie they made me care about these characters more than what it seems like this up and coming team is? And I don't know if like, of course, it was Fantastic Four with them and everything. I know it's Shang-Chi, I believe. It's Sam, of course. I think Thor, is involved. I don't know if She-Hulk was confirmed to be a part of that new team.
I'm not sure.
But I mean, they haven't even been shown in their first appearance.
Falcon. Falcon will be in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the new Falcon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to me that like there's this big emphasis on it being this new team and stuff, and they're not going to get shown.
They're probably the fourth most interesting team. I mean, it's going to be X-Men.
Way more interesting.
X-Men, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four. They're far more exciting and led by cooler characters.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Charles Xavier, You've got Mr. Fantastic.
Even though it's Pedro. I'm just kidding.
Even though it's
It's
Pedro.
Pedro.
You've got a mix between Bucky and Yelena. You know, you don't really know whose team it is,
Yeah. But they're dynamic. It just works so well. And I think it reminds me of how the dynamic of the last Avengers team worked. And I'm like, this should have been years ago. Like, Thunderbolts, I think, should have been the setup for... Like, I wish we were getting another Fantastic Four movie and a new Avengers movie prior to Doomsday. Because I feel like there's more that can be done before this movie comes out.
yeah, I agree.
But I feel like there's so much more I want, and especially if there's like a reboot after Secret Wars, I don't want them to just forget about these characters. It's like we just got them and great versions of them. It's like don't want to just get rid of them, you know?
I think the only reboot would be. I mean, Fantastic Four can't go anywhere, right?
Yeah. I think they just did it.
X-Men will definitely get
I mean, do
rebooted.
you think they're getting another solo movie, Fantastic Four?
Have to.
I don't know.
They did use
think
their.
they should
They
have
used
before.
their. Their one of their two main big bads with Galactus, but I think
Yeah, but
Doom will
they do that a lot. Honestly,
Doom will come back around.
and it's not like they defeat Galactus. Or like kill him.
They
or
just
anything. He's
pushed him
gone.
into a portal.
He's just gone for a little bit because he'll come back at some point. And honestly, I think I don't mind that as much because that is just such a thing in Fantastic Four stuff. I mean, I don't know. I think it works out. And like I said, I think in a second movie, even if Doom wasn't the main villain, getting a little more backstory before leading into this. I mean, we don't even know if this is the main line. Like, I don't know if Robert Downey's Doom is who is the Fantastic Four Doom. I don't know if they've even 100% clarified that or not. Or if that's
He's 100% not the the MCU.
Yeah, because it might not.
The MCU timeline said
Because I don't even think the Fantastic Four exists. Like they are.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that team doesn't exist.
the 116 universe. He's not the 116 Doom.
6.
Well, I forget which universe the Fantastic Four. Is it the 818 universe?
05 or the new.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's a separate universe with potentially separate, potentially separate Avengers.
Mm.
Maybe
I wish that was something to kind of lean more.
Maybe that's the universe they go with.
Yeah.
Maybe the reboot is just, hey, we're gonna go spend some time in the Fantastic Four universe
That'd be cool.
because they're in the past, right? They're in the 60s.
It's like a alternate future where things almost kind of stay in the 60s, but it progressed.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I think that's something that worked for that movie. Definitely as a strength is it was like a standalone.
Yep.
So people could just go watch it. I mean, you can watch Fantastic Four, unless you're watching like the end credit, which is definitely a part of the MCU. But it's like, I think that's something that really worked for that one. Yeah, I'm curious how they're gonna work that out, how that changes. I mean, I know in Secret Wars it's all about different worlds merging and destroying each other. So, I know theory initially was like, what if that world gets destroyed? And that's what actually I was assuming was gonna happen. But
yeah, I thought that was going to be, maybe the Fox X-Men were on that world.
mm-hmm.
Maybe, but then again,
Because it could all be Battle World. They could
Well,
merge them all together.
the Fox. No, the Fox X-Men and the Fox Fantastic Four were in the Deadpool universe, right?
Yeah,
No,
those are all the same universe.
they're in the Void, but the Void is kind of a multiversal.
Well, it's from all of the other.
Yeah, so I guess it's not really a good basis to go off of, but
Yeah, I don't remember the exact name, but yeah, those are all. Yeah, Deadpool, all the X-Men stuff. That's all the same.
maybe we'll get the Henry Cavill Wolverine. The Cavalrine will be the new main line.
That would
Wolverine.
honestly, hey, make the Snyder fans happy. Bring them over to Marvel, dude.
Low key, I mean, the
Gunn wouldn't
Snyder
know what to
fans,
do.
Snyder fans, and the Gunn fans are actively debating in every comment section I've ever seen. So
Hey,
maybe we could just get them on the Marvel side.
that would go crazy.
But
I I know people are
Yeah.
wanting more of like a. Isn't he probably like 6 foot tall, not like 5 whatever?
He's like what, like 4'10". Yeah, but I gotta ask, what are some of the things that you are wanting to read next?
I recently picked up. Well, going back to Transformers, I want to continue in that. I recently picked up the 3rd volume, and I'm trying to get through those so I can get back to the single issues and get those every month. But the new it's not new, but a few years ago, Daniel Warren Johnson did a Beta Ray Bill book. I think it's Beta Ray Bill Argent Star, I believe is what it's called, and I'm really hyped about that. I recently picked that up. I want to read that. I've already flipped through a few of the pages, and the art is just phenomenal. So I'm really excited for that, and just his writing style is so good. I really want to get back to. I recently started Under the Red Hood. I really want to finish that. That's been really solid. I've heard a lot of people say that I saw the movie, but it's been a while back, and it's really good. And I've heard a lot of people say that like the comic is not remotely as good. I don't know if that's true. I love the comic. It's actually surprisingly really funny, and I know the movie's super serious. Dude, Black Mask honestly is like one of the best Batman villains based off of that comic alone. He is so funny in that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I really need to finish that. I was reading that on my iPad the other day, so I need to finish that up. But yeah, mainly that. I recently picked up a few single issues of like 80s X-Men, so it's a lot of that. But what about you?
I've been picking up a few miscellaneous issues of Uncanny X-Men, reading some of the Absolute Universe, some Flashpoint stuff, just trying to build up my collection on that. And yeah, I think I just want to keep going with the Absolute Universe. I mean, we're going to see a Absolute Batman adaptation to the animated show.
It's really cool, yeah.
But Absolute Superman, Absolute Green Arrow. I'm not caught up on Absolute Martian Manhunter.
I do want to check that out. If anything, we review the book. That's one I'd be definitely interested in checking out in the pod.
Yeah, I wish I was more caught up on Absolute Green Lantern. But yeah, I think that's really what I want to read. I'm wanting to continue watching X-Men 97. After what we've seen of Apocalypse, he's being done right, finally. I want to keep watching Spider Noir. I'm watching it back in color.
I wanted to do that, yeah.
I started it in black and white, yeah. See, I've got a movie list of having my wife watch some X-Men movies.
We still need to do one episode idea we've had is one of our favorite movies is Tron Legacy. We gotta have the wives on to review that.
Wives review Tron Legacy
because that is not their type of movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it for what I'm watching, what I want to watch, what I'm reading, what I want to read.
Definitely want to continue watching The Bear, finish that. I know the new season just came out. I hate that I waited so long to watch this. I know I always wanted to watch it, I just never got around to it. Literally one of my favorite shows right now.
I'm glad I waited.
Sure.
Because now I can binge it.
Years. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't have to wait for, it started in 2022. So you have 4 years going, 5 seasons.
I know people were talking about in between, like, Stranger Things seasons, there was like 3 or 4 seasons of The Bear.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, good at least that they were coming out, like, pretty consistently at least. But,
and the quality hasn't wavered. It's gotten better.
It's so well done. Performances are phenomenal. I mean, I know Jeremy Allen White won the Emmy for that. I know the Christmas episode alone, dude. Some fishes, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Man, that episode stresses me out.
John
Berthal's phenomenal in it.
John Berthal, Jamie Lee Curtis.
So good.
Some other notable actors in it that I'm blanking on right now. But yeah, it was just... That's a really great show.
There's like characters that I didn't think I could like, or even characters I thought I liked that I progressively started hating. But there's like characters, I mean, if you watch the show, I mean, the character Tina, I'm like progressively becoming one of my favorite characters, just how well she's written and how her character develops from like someone that's like super aggravating, annoying, just such a mature character growing in the restaurant and everything. It is just so well done. Great.
Makes me wish we had some
photography,
Sydney development
writing.
like
Yeah, that's
that.
true, yeah.
If they could redeem
Yeah.
Tina, why can't they redeem Sydney?
Maybe after season 3.
Some good Marcus development. Maybe
Oh,
we'll maybe
Poulter.
we'll
I
s-
don't think we talked about. Yeah, Will Poulter is really solid.
yeah. Some good. Maybe we'll see some good Ibra development.
Yeah,
the next
he's
season.
like South Sudan or whatever it is. Where he
Yeah.
like randomly brings it up, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, he's currently he's running that window like a tight ship
Yeah,
right
the
now.
beef. Yeah.
But yeah, that's
I did finish that out since the last season. It's
yeah.
officially out now.
It's inspired me to cook more.
I need to get back in the
But yeah, I think that's about it. There was one little question that you had written down.
Yeah, we need to cover this. This is some pretty important stuff. And going into this podcast, I think this is what everyone needs to know. What is your go-to Chili's order?
So my go-to Chili's order, I would say that it used to be growing up. It would be the I would literally just get the Big Mouth bites. And then I went through this phase of the honey chipotle chicken crispers. But now I would say it's the triple dipper.
Triple dipper.
Big Mouth bites, fried mozz, and the crispers. Part of me wishes that I was brave enough to try the I think it's the hot honey. No, what was I thinking? No, I'm thinking of the chicken sandwich.
Yeah, the hot honey sandwich. It looks so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
seeing.
think I'm gonna burn my mouth off though.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've got pretty good food. What about you?
I generally used to hate Chili's and have tried so many different things on the menu and couldn't find a single thing I liked. And then one day, me and Matt were hanging out and went to the comic store. We're like, let's go to Chili's. And I was like, all right, I'll try it or whatever. He told me to get the triple dipper. Literally might be one of my favorite places to eat right now. I can always eat a triple dipper. I get the Big Mouth bites. Of course, no ranch, no onions on those. I know, plain. With some chicken crispers and the mozz sticks. Oh my goodness.
Well, I
It is
told
so
you had to trust me on it.
good. Honestly affordable too for how much food you get. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, that was pretty great. Just putting you on. But
Well, on that note,
Well.
and go into this. I know we were talking about earlier. Our next episode will probably be the Brand New Day review, I believe. Unless we have an idea to film something in between that. But yeah, we're really looking forward to that. It'll probably be the day after comes out. We'll be reviewing it, so I'm really excited for that.
when do you think we're gonna get the Doomsday trailer?
I've heard it soon. I wonder if it'll play before Brand New Day.
Maybe it will.
I've heard it's supposed to be really soon though, so maybe we'll get that soon. We can talk about that. But yeah, we will.
We'll do an emergency episode if the trailer drops.
Just an hour-long breakdown of every.
A live reaction.
Just do the note.
We'll wait to watch
Rock
it.
Stars of it.
Yeah, we'll give new rock stars a run for their money on who can drop the reaction episode or the Easter egg breakdown faster. But yep, that is
Well, that's
gonna do
that's
it.
the episode, and
We'll work on the audio settings because I don't know
We're very new to
how it is. Yeah, we're incredibly new to this.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, it'll get better with time. But yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much, guys, for listening. I hope y'all guys have a blessed week, and we'll see you next episode. And don't forget to
Keep it real.